You're nervous for college.
I was also really afraid that I was gonna fail in the long run.
I'll give you this much, I'll give you that much, loans, subsidized, unsubsidized.
Coming into college and admitting that you don't really know how to do college can seem embarrassing, but really nobody knows how to do college. Being a first-generation student, a lot of it had been driven by myself because my parents never went through that process. And so I had to figure out what I was looking for personally in a school, which I've never thought about before. And so that part was difficult because since I had no frame of reference, I really didn't know what I wanted to look for in a school.
I loved school. I've always loved school, and I was very driven in high school too, but for some reason I just never actually thought I could do it because I couldn't see it. It didn't feel tangible. And when I was able to get a scholarship, I was like, I'm actually going to college. I can do this. People believe in me.
I had to figure out financial aid for the schools. I had to figure out how much my mother made. I had to figure out what kind of school I wanted to go to, where I'd fit in. And it was hard because at that point, being a senior in high school, I barely know who I am. I barely know what to expect in college.
Given that no one in my family has done it, and just not being able to have that advice because they didn't go through that, I was really afraid that I was going to let them down.
First-generation college students are immensely talented, and yet nationwide, we know first-gen students can struggle to adapt to the college environment. At Hope College, we have found that the problem is not with the student, but instead the environment that they're jumping into. We're also learning that it's not safe to assume all the things that first-gens know. We've assembled a team of faculty and staff members to address some of these issues of equity, to create a first-generation student union that can create an environment where first-gen students can thrive, just like their non-first-gen peers.
Because I'm Haitian and I wasn't born here, I came here at a very young age. Education was pushed in my household, so right after high school I knew that I had to go to college, and I feel that that's the reason why I take education so seriously, because I understand that my mom came to America so that I could be who I want to be, and so that I can be someone that my family back in Haiti and my family back at home can look up to.
We're also paving the way for our families, for our friends, and I think that's one of the greatest advantages that we have because we get to speak into them, and if someone wants to follow our path, we can definitely guide them and mentor them or just give them words of advice that is going to be necessary to them.
My next brother just started college this year, and I have two in high school that are looking at college, and I think for me, setting that path that college is an attainable thing in our family is a big thing for me. And the times they've been here, they've really got to see what college is like and that it's an attainable possibility for them since I'm here. And so that's been cool to see.
We know that nationally and at Hope, the number of first-gen students is only going to continue to rise. By creating a first-gen student union, this is our opportunity to be innovative with education and to be inclusive of the way we're creating environments to help all students succeed.
I understood that my education could completely change my life, that it opens so many doors, and I think that some students just go to college as the next stepping stone in their life. They don't really think about what does this really mean and how can this change my life. And I understood that because neither of my parents had that opportunity to get a degree.
I think being a first-generation student has taught me to always keep working hard no matter if you really want to or not. I work two jobs now and I have two majors, and balancing that can be a really tricky task. But for me, I think it's really built me into somebody that can be resilient and just kind of growing into being a fully independent adult.
Just because I'm a first-generation student doesn't mean that I'm any less knowledgeable as the other person. Just because I have my worries and my doubts and my uncertainties doesn't mean that when I do know the information, the world is my oyster. The only thing that's blocking me from walking on that other side of the mountain is the fact that I don't know. But when I do know, there's nothing that I can't do.
Don't ever forget that you are a trailblazer because you're setting the path, and you're changing the direction of where you want to go. You're taking the initiative of deciding what it is that you want to do and not leaving that for others to do that for you.